Hey you, welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
I'm wife.
And together we're reading the Bible.
Starting with Genesis and eventually ending with Revelations, we're working through every book and offering our atheist 2 cents.
Or shekels.
Yeah, those. We're asking questions and pointing out all the nonsense.
We aren't academics or scholars.
Nope. In fact, when it comes to religion, we really don't know anything at all.
What we've learned so far is that God's a dick.
Oh, he really is, isn't he? If you're interested in how we reached this startling conclusion, maybe start from episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in anywhere. It's all good.
Yep.
Hey wife, we just got a new sponsor. It's Anchor. They must think we're doing something right because they picked us back up.
That's amazing. Want to hear something even more amazing?
Yeah?
I actually know what they are.
You are full of shit. I'm calling your bluff. Tell me about Anchor.
Okay, so Anchor by Spotify is the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place.
I'm actually surprised you knew that, but did you also know that Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer?
Yes, because I see you do that on your phone all the time and it looks pretty simple.
It really is, and when hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
But I use CastBox.
Yeah, darling, I know you like CastBox. It gets distributed there too, and lots of other platforms as well.
And how much are we paying for this awesome service?
Absolutely nothing.
Coolio! So then we should tell people to download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started?
Yep, do it now.
Husband.
Wife. What's up?
It's a Tuesday Q&A.
Yes, it is.
It's a midnight-ish kind of thing the night before
Again.
It's due to post.
Again.
Yeah.
We're getting good at this shit.
What are we queuing and what are we Aing?
I believe we are queuing and Aing Numbers chapters 10 and 11.
Correct.
Yes.
That is the right answer.
Good.
And did you have some cues?
Well, the only one I looked up an answer to is what a bushel is.
Okay, that's fair.
So I got that one.
Because they were using 2 different, like this bushel and that bushel, right? Or something like that.
Well, they brought up a bushel and we didn't know what a bushel meant.
The
so
fuck is a bushel?
Like,
okay.
The fuck is a bushel?
Well, we also had a question about whether they still blow horns and shit.
Yeah, like, I said that they're probably in religion and crap.
Yeah. So I was going
to... Like, cherubim.
Yeah.
Shit.
And so I was going to talk about the horns.
Okay.
Horny. Let's get horny.
Talk about bushels and horns. Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
Hey, wife.
Yes, husband.
Did you know that we are now on Patreon?
Yes, because you told me, but also, no, tell me more.
So we're on Patreon now.
Are we?
We are, and our supporters can go there and support us, and we have multiple levels all the way up to You Killed God.
That sounds really drastic and escalated quickly-ish.
Well, no, there's multiple levels before there, so it escalates on a sliding scale of, cheap to not cheap. Oh. But, we can definitely use any amount, so, like, any support is always appreciated.
So what exactly is Patreon?
It's a place where you can show your support for our podcast. And
just our podcast?
Any podcast or any performer. But, we're the ones that, you're listening to right now. So maybe you should, support us. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. But we love you anyway.
So all you got to do is go to Patreon, look up Sacrilegious Discourse. It's actually patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse is our actual main page there. So head on over and send us some love.
Yeah. Did you want to go first? Or
No.
Do you want me to go first?
You go first. I'm going to make him wait on the bushel.
Oh, my God. Okay. Well, I don't have a lot to say.
You don't have a lot to say?
I don't have a lot to say.
Everybody mark this down.
Fuck you. Okay, so anyway.
Yeah.
So those horns, though. Yeah. So the ones that we were reading about were made of silver, remember?
Yeah.
And prior to that, they were made of ram's horns.
Okay.
Did you know that?
It's like the Ricola commercial.
Ricola. Yeah, exactly. Okay. And, but they weren't that long, I don't think.
But that's really fun to imagine.
That is really super fun.
If you don't know what we're talking about, definitely look up Ricola commercials.
Definitely look up Ricola
Good
commercials.
Shit. From like what? That had to be like the 90s?
It was the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they were made of ram's horns because they had a distinctive sound.
Okay.
And those ram's horns weren't just used as horns. They were also used as
party hats, dunce hats?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Sorry, I'm trying here.
No. Like they would keep salves and stuff in them.
Okay.
Like
they so would it's use a horn and also it stores your salve.
It's like a container as well as.
Okay.
I don't know how it worked, okay?
Yeah, I can't. I'm having trouble imagining this myself.
I don't know. I'm just telling you what I read.
So it stored shit and they blew it.
Dinah, won't you blow your salve?
Okay. Yeah.
Out your horn. And so the question though was, do they still use them today?
Right.
And the answer is yes. There is actually a Jewish festival in autumn, like the autumn harvest. It's one of those type of festivals.
Gotcha.
Called was it the 7 horns or the 8 horns? I should have written that down.
7 or 8, one of those two.
I'm terrible with numbers. Like I thought I would.
That's no lie, people. Like, I mean, literally, she could go buy a gallon of milk and like walk out of the aisle and not realize, even though she looked at the price, she would not realize what the price is after she walked out of the aisle.
I cannot hold numbers. And I'm not math stupid. I'm really good at math, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, particularly like algebra.
Yeah, but numbers like fall right the fuck out of
No,
your
I
brain.
have to write them down.
Yeah.
I have to have pencil and paper. I cannot hold things inside my brain.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't remember how many horns this festival is, but
it's like 7 or 8.
It's 7 or 8, and it's in autumn. It can't be too hard to find.
So I mean, like we kind of answered that question.
Fuck you.
Like
no.
Sort of.
We did answer it. Are they still used today? Yes. Yes, they are.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes. It is.
They are still used today in a Jewish festival in autumn.
Yeah.
Where there's 7 or 8 horns.
And throughout the Bible, horns are strewn several different places, and they are usually to announce their coming presence. You know, like
gotcha.
We're about to knock down your walls. Like they did to Jericho, you know, that kind of thing.
Sure.
They knocked down the walls of Jericho, but they blew their horns first.
I mean, it's nice of them. Let them, you got to announce that shit first.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
And also they are used in the book of Revelation. And that's the final book of the Bible. So, like, we have a really long way to go.
But there's horns.
But when we get there, there's going to be a beast with 10 horns.
Holy shit.
But
a beast with 10 horns.
But the horns actually represent kings. Like, it's not literal horns. It's figurative horns.
Gotcha.
I don't fucking know. I didn't write it.
Well, from what I understand, Revelations is kind of fucked up, so...
Well, it's all symbology.
Right. And like I said, fucked up.
Yeah, so...
Like, we all should get high and trip on that fucking chapter so that we can, like, yeah, look at this. The cockatrice is taking on the
what's a cockatrice?
Thing.
What's a cockatrice?
You don't know what a cockatrice is?
The fuck is a cockatrice?
It's like a dinosaur chicken bird thing.
Oh, you're saying that like, yeah, it's a dinosaur chicken bird thing. Like, that's totally normal. Why don't I know what that is?
I don't know, but it's in the Bible. I do know that.
A dinosaur chicken horse thing?
Not horse, chicken. I don't know. It's
a cockatrice?
Yeah, cockatrice. You should look up a cockatrice.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's a thing.
Tell us about bushels, you weirdo.
So, this one's real simple. A bushel is 8 gallons.
Oh.
And so to give it some perspective here, if you take shelled corn and put it in a bucket, it would be about 56 to 57 pounds.
Huh.
So that gives you some sense of how much it is. But it's
8 things of
gallons.
Milk.
It's 8 gallons.
8 things of milk.
Yeah. And the weights can vary because obviously, a bushel of leaves is going to be a lot less weight than a bushel of liquid.
Oh, it's not weight-based. It's mass-based.
Correct.
Oh, that is interesting to know because a pound is a pound regardless of how many things are in it.
Well, a bushel is a bushel based on how much space is given.
Got it. It's mass, not weight.
Exactly.
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think this is a really short episode we're doing here.
I mean,
I tried to draw it out a little bit with like the cockatrice and shit, but
I got really caught up while I was reading this. Apparently there's like a lot of wordplay throughout the Bible, but because we don't know Hebrew, we miss out on all of it.
Oh.
But then when I read about like some of the examples, they weren't that funny.
So you're like, yeah, but that's boring. So
right,
okay,
and so that's
whatever.
why. So remember just now before we pushed play and we were both reading our notes and stuff, and I just out of nowhere go boring. That's what that was in reference to.
Got it. Yeah, I mean that's not exactly surprising. The Bible has been pretty boring as we've gone through it, and now there's some highlights occasionally, like when God just burns people out of. Like, what the fuck was that in this last chapter where he just burns people for, like, no fucking reason? He
plagued them. And a lot of them died.
And
because they whined about
first
being
he burned
hungry.
them, and then he plagued them.
Yeah.
Like, that was so fucking screwed up. I don't even know what to say. Like, I was flabbergasted at the time.
I know.
And I'm like, where did the fuck did that come from?
Out of nowhere.
He just decides to just randomly burn some people because...
Oh, well,
whoops.
I read a thing that said... that when those hardships happen to you, you're not supposed to say, God, why is this happening to me? Why don't I have favor in your eyes? What can I do? It's hardships like that are supposed to gear you up so that you continue to have faith in him. So when you get smited, you're just supposed to continue having faith, but you're dead, so you can't.
I'd have a lot more faith in somebody that was able to help me out on a reg.
Oh, he can, but he doesn't.
Yeah, obviously, because he dropped all those fucking quails on their ground.
Mm-hmm.
But no, instead of helping them, he decides to kill them.
Right.
He's like, fuck you for wanting help. I'm going to kill you instead.
Right.
That's
right. As the meat was in their mouths.
Yeah.
He sent the fires and the plagues.
Like, I've said this before, but I don't want this fucking God.
He's very a dick. Petty and childish and petulant.
I don't care how much he gets redeemed in the New Testament. Fuck him.
Fuck him.
That's how I feel at this point.
This guy's a dick.
I mean, you'd have to do some serious goddamn redeeming.
Yeah.
To, like, come back in my favor.
Well, I don't see that there is going to be any mega redemption going on here.
I mean, not that I believe in the fucker in the first place, but...
But now I don't believe in him, like, energetically.
Right, yeah, no, it's like full-on hate at this point. Like,
right?
Fuck you fucking asshole.
And you know what? Fuck people for trying to convince me, like, talk me into believing in this guy.
Like, oh, that reminds me, like, after doing all this shit, doesn't it strike you, like, if somebody came up to you and started preaching to you, wouldn't you be like, oh my God, get the fuck out of here with that shit?
Yeah. I would be like, have you even read your Bible? I'm only on, like, the 5th book of the Bible? It is so bad.
Like, I kind of want somebody to do it at this point so I can be like, do you really want to go down this road with me? Because we could have a discussion right now.
Yeah.
Like, I know enough at this point that I could probably tear you a new asshole.
Except that they would just put it all down to, you just have to have faith. That's what it is.
And that's what I could never wrap my head around.
Yeah.
I don't understand what that is even.
But faith is a choice. And my question to these people who say you just have to have faith is, but why, after knowing what you know, do you choose to have faith in this God? Yeah. Why? Because faith is something that you decide to do. You choose that. You say, I am going to have faith. I'm going to believe in this thing without any proof. That's what faith is.
Yeah.
And so my question is not, do you have faith? My question is, but why do you have faith in this guy? Why this one? There's a lot of gods out there. Why this one? This one is evil and bad and childish and fucked up. Why do you like this one?
And moreover, if it's specifically just faith and a belief that you have, what makes you think that anybody wants to hear about your fucking faith and belief?
Right.
Like, why do we care? Why should we care? It's your faith and belief about something that doesn't even fucking exist.
Right. Right.
Why do I care? I don't care. I've never cared. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
It's like when I have a really weird dream and I want to tell you about it, and then I see your face, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot. Nobody wants to hear other people's dreams.
Because it doesn't make any fucking sense.
It's stupid.
Sorry, I'm on the fucking...
boring.
Like, I'm cussing a lot tonight.
Take it back.
I'm just saying, like, more than normal. Like, I'm cussing more than normal, so I feel like a little lowbrow tonight, apparently.
Well, I mean, it is
late
almost
again.
Midnight, so fuck it.
Right. Yeah. The adult commercials come out after 10, right? That's what my dad always told me, that I wasn't allowed to stay up late because the adult commercials come on after 10.
That's so stupid. You just made yourself laugh.
Because it's so fucking ridiculous.
I mean, where we live, it's like the sidewalks roll up at 8. So, yeah.
No, I know. Well, and we still close down shops on Wednesdays here.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that because I don't ever leave the house.
Crazy religious bullshit.
Yeah. And we live in one of those states where you can't buy alcohol on Sunday.
That's not entirely true. If they have a deli license, you can buy it here on Sunday.
Yeah, but like if you walk into the store and you're like, I want to buy a beer or a bottle of wine, like you can't.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I know.
It's such bullshit.
All right. We're just rambling on now. We should probably wrap this shit up.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
All right. Bye. So that ends this week's Q&A.
If you have questions, answers, or comments, please email them to us by next Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern, to be included in next Tuesday's Q&A episode.
Awesome. See ya.
Bye.